Good day everyone. Welcome to Teacher Julie channel. Hello everyone. We have our new lesson in MAPEH 8, which is all about understanding basic terms such as sex, gender, gender identity, gender expression, sexual orientation, and sexuality. This will be the week 1 day 2 first quarter lesson, and this lesson is under the MATATAG curriculum. The objectives: by the end of the lesson, 80% of the learners will be able to: first is to define and differentiate the concepts of sex, gender, and gender roles. The second one is to explain the characteristics and differences between the various components of gender, including the gender identity, gender expression, and gender roles. And the third one is to appreciate the gender refers to the social rules, behavior, and activities associated with being male, female, or non-binary by answering the activity 3 called the gender and sex interpretation. For the explicitation, the students will accomplish the activity 3, which is all about gender and sex interpretation. They are going to examine the diagram below, and from here the students will form their own meaning for the two terminologies. Now let us talk about the concept of sex, gender, and gender roles. The difference between sex and gender is evident. Sex refers to the biological and physiological characteristics that determine the difference between females and males. Meanwhile, gender pertains to the social rules, behavior, and activities dictated by the society for women and men. Gender is not confined to just two categories. It encompasses various types. The following are the characteristics of sex. For the male, it has the presence of an Adam's apple, presence of scrotum and testicles, possession of XY chromosomes, and the production of androgen and testosterone hormones. While the female, it has the presence of developed breast, presence of vulva and vagina, possession of XX chromosome, and production of estrogen and progesterone hormones. Now let's talk about the LGBTQIA+. So the acronym LGBTQIA+ encompasses the first 4 letters: lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. The letter Q can denote questioning or queer, or sometimes both. Later, additions include I for intersex, A for ally or asexual, and plus symbol for exclusivity of anyone or everyone else not explicitly mentioned in the initial letters. The following are the characteristics of gender. So gender encompasses cultural expectations, rules, behaviors, and identities associated with being male, female, or non-binary. Cultural norms, traditions, and societal expectation shape how individuals express and understand their gender identities, and this includes roles assigned to men and women, as well as perception of masculinity and femininity. The following are the 4 characteristics of gender. So the first one is gender is learned. So children learned about gender appropriate behavior from parents, peers, and society. The second one is gender is collaborative. So socially constructed through interactions, guiding behavior towards others based on perceived norms. The third characteristics of gender is that gender is something we do. So gender expectations require specific behaviors for recognition, encompassing clothing choices, actions, and speech, inferred from posture, attitude, tone, and attire. And the last one is gender involves asymmetry. Gender inequality exists, with men often valued more than women, leading to unfair judgment based on gender. For the work example, the students will accomplish the activity 4, which is all about gender and sexuality vocabulary challenge. So the students will read carefully each clue and think about the term that fits the description. So fill in the missing letters for each term in the spaces provided. For the lesson activity, the students will accomplish the activity 5, which is all about gender guess who, spot the distinction. So draw if the statement describes these characteristics of male, and this kind of drawing if it is female.